So we measured our client. Now the suit came in. Now we have to do a fitting to make sure that the garment is what we asked for and make sure that we have to, any tweaks that we have to do, we do at this point. Right now, we've profiled the client, making sure everything is in line. Spin them around and take a look at the back so we can figure out what we need to do as the fitter to make sure we tell the tailor what needs to be done to clean up this garment. So, first thing we feel is we make sure we have our ruler, our chalk, our 12-inch ruler, and our pin cushion. The first thing we want to look at is the body of the coat. And the client feels that the jacket is a little big. We can take a pin and just take the pin, grab a little bit of the material. So now you have a placement of how much you need to take that jacket in. The sleeve measurement. One sleeve seems to be shorter than the other, but he wants to show a little bit of cuff. At this point, we take our 6-inch ruler and our chalk or our pins, preferably pins. And what we're going to do is from the bottom of the thumb to the top of the coat. So we're going to go from the bottom of the thumb to the bottom of the coat. That should roughly be about 4.5 inches. And his is at 4. We're going to take the tape measure and lift it up. And you want to hold the tape measure like this. So when their thumb comes down, it rests on your forefinger. We push it up to where we want that sleeve to be. We take our pin, grab a little bit of the material, and now we know that the jacket has to be shortened to that length. We take our ruler again, we put the bottom of our finger at the 4.5 inch mark to verify that that's where we want it. We take it over to here, his next arm, and if you notice, this sleeve is actually perfect. This sleeve has to be shortened a little bit. And the next thing I noticed is we have some excess material here. And if the client likes a loose fit, you want that material there because when he moves, he won't be able to, see how tight the jacket gets when he moves? Do it again. See how tight it gets? So we're going to ask him, do you feel comfortable with that, or would you like us to tighten it up a little bit?
I think I'd like to tighten it up just a tiny bit.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the jacket and we're going to kind of just pull the material in. You'll see there's a little bit of a bunch of material here. We want to put our pin where we want to start. So we're going to grab the material and you're going to stick the pin through it. And you're going to come down a little bit more. Make sure you don't grab his shirt. And you stick the pin in. What that did was it cleaned up the excess here. And now I see something here, how the jacket's starting to pull away. If I take my hand, or even if I just take this and lift it, that just cleaned that whole area up. Which means the slope that we requested wasn't the correct slope. That's why that material comes out like that. If you also notice, the sleeve is rippling in the back. If I'm to take his arm and move it forward, that sleeve now is a lot cleaner. So this jacket should have been made with arms forward, and that would make the line come closer. If you look back here, there's some tension back here, and that's where you see this pull here. So I want to let this out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chalk, and because I want to tell the tailor I want to let this out a little bit. So I'm going to put a straight line and a straight line, the amount I want to take it out, and make like a checkerboard. That means that you're letting the garment out. If you do 2 straight lines, that means you're taking the garment in. Everything else looks really good on the jacket, so we know what we need to do with the tailor. We're going to take his jacket off. The next thing we want to look at are the pants. Now, we notice that there's a little ripple here, but we've already taken care of that in the actual first measurements. because we gave a front length and a back length, which will clean this up on the client. So far, I don't see anything wrong with the front of the pant. If the guy is wearing a non-pleated pant, he's always going to get some buckle here on the pocket. Nothing you could do about that. The only thing you could do is increase the hips, which will make the pant look sloppy. If you spin around, the seat area looks beautiful, and we're going to have him spread his legs just a little bit, and I want to just pull on the pant just to see how everything lies. If there's extra material here, we stretch out the pant and we pinch it. We pinch it. At that point, we put the chalk mark on the top and at the bottom of the crotch area. The next thing I see that the pant may or may not be too short or too long. If you take your 12-inch ruler, the client, if it wants no break, there should be about an inch of space from the heel of the foot to that 1 inch mark. That's where it should be. What you can do is you want to add an inch of material. So you take your chalk and you're going to put your tape measure at an inch. You're going to chalk it and you're going to put 2 lines to tell the tailor that they need to bring that pant down. So we know that the pant is going to be even. We're going to take our ruler, and we're going to put a chalk mark here and a chalk mark here. So when they lay it out on the table, they actually balance the length so both pants look even. Other than that, we did a good job in fitting this client. Those are the basics. The last one you might see on a jacket is you may see a roll over here. You might see excess material. What you're going to do with that is you're going to take that material and you're going to pinch it. And all you're going to do is take your pin and stick your pin with the amount of material that you've pinched. Now the tailor knows exactly what needs to do to clean up this garment, and then we update our measurement file so the next suit that comes in fits him perfectly. He bought a vest when he purchased his suit. Usually not much work needs to be done on a vest. You're going to have him button it up. And then once again, we're going to profile them. Make sure the vest lays nice in the front. Make sure it lays nice on the side. There's nothing extra excess there. And make sure it lays nice in the back. There's really nothing that needs to be done to this vest. So this was a good fitting vest. As far as going to fitting, that's pretty much the standards to make sure your client's very happy with the final outcome of his garment. That's it.